Same document, if I locked for editing, no both the user, two user cannot modify the document at the same time. And sometimes it is very important, because sometimes if two user work on a same document and both do a modification, then it is very hard to track who did what. Now look at that, this user is not able to not able to edit this document just because someone already do a locking. You can only read, but so what you as a user you are supposed to do, you are going to notify the user, hey guys, I try to modify the document, but it is saying that it is locked. You can notify them, right? Another user may have to then do a check-in so that this user can edit the document. Just say notify. All right. Now close this document, because anyhow you are not going to edit this document. Okay. Now open this document again, this time with the username spadmin. Say open Word. All right. This time give a username spadmin. Click OK. SP ordering. Now look at that, for a SP admin, yeah, just click cancel. The word locked is there. Now this particular user save the document. So just save the document. Yeah. Now type something that may be completed. Save it again. Close this document now. Now this is say that, hey, other will not make a changes. Do you want to check in now? You say this time yes. Now it say that you have to, because you have made the changes in original document, right, Monica? So when you make a changes, you have to tell that what version do you want, and you also have to give a version comment. So maybe you just leave the version 4.1 because you have selected a minor version, and give your version comment updated by spadmin. All right, click OK. Close this one, refresh this one now. Refresh this website. Scroll down. Now look at that. Another user is now able to visualize the comment. We say that updated by an admin. Now right click the three dot, or just click the three dot after this document. Just go to another three dot. And now you have a version history. The last one is a version history. What you are able to see now? Before that, it has a higher version, 1.0, 2.0, 3.0. But after 4.0, you have make a changes in the document library and you have enabled a minor version. And look at that, you have a minor version also with the checked in comment. Correct? So this is the way Monoq people are going to control their document, whatever the document they upload in a SharePoint, so that any accidental modification should not be happen. Right? Now let's open this document this time by the user Tom, because last time Tom is not able to modify the document since it was checked out. So click the document one more time. Yeah. Login with user Tom. Close this one. Say checked out. When you say checked out, it means that document is locked for another user to modify. Now say that updated by Tom. All right. Save this one. Save and exit now. What do you want? You still not complete this document? Then here you have to say no. No means another user cannot modify this document. Or if you think you are completed, you are done your modification, say yes. Look at that. What is the next version it is coming? 4.2. Right? So just give a comment updated by Tom. Close. Refresh. Scroll down. So the latest comment come here, a Tom. You can check the version now. So click the three dot. Three dot. Say version history. Right now, you have all the version. Click the older version now. 1.0. Yeah. Say open word. And look what happened. Yeah. Give any username. spadmin or Tom. आ जाओ. Oh, good.
Mhm.
आ जाओ, आ जाओ. Now look at that. What it is going to tell you. Hey guy, you try to access the document which already modified multiple times. So what do you want? Do you still need this old document, or do you like to compare or restore the latest version? Correct? Because whatever the document you currently access is the oldest version. But after that, already there are 5 new modification has happened in the document. So maybe I want to compare. So click compare now. Look at that. It is going to give you all the changes which has happened so far. Right? Correct?
Mhm.
Every changes, whatever has been made so far, everything is now coming here serially. It is up to you now to decide which changes you like to visualize. So you have a different revision of this document. What is the latest one? The first one, right? Where you have all 4 line. Correct? Updated by Tom, updated by SP admin, locked completed, and a Tom. Now after a revision, you have a drop down. Click that. So what you have an option? You can close, move, and resize. Now on the top, look at that, what the option you have. Accept or reject. Under review menu, we have an option to accept or a reject. Click the accept one. Again, click accept. All right. So you say that whatever you did here, the document has been now updated with your revision. So it means that when we implement the content management system within SharePoint, this feature is very much required by almost every company, every organization. This versioning, check in, check out, maintain the version of the application, document. This is a fundamental requirement by most of the customer, by most of the organization, right? And by using this one, you can configure your SharePoint, the feature which actually give a user to play with the document. Maybe I am in a team, there are 3 persons who might work on the same document. So if everyone is allowed to make a changes, then its document may go haywire. So what is the best way? Allow the user to lock the document if they are modifying. And when the lock is over, then only you allow another user to modify the document. And this way, you basically protect document to be accidentally modified by multiple user. So the content might get here and there. And still, you have a chance to revert back, go back, see the old document. All right, Manikyu?
Yep.
Yep, pretty good. So let's have a close this one. We do not need. Thank you very much. Very good. Close this one also. All right. Close this one also. All right. Let's have a break. 15 minutes. Have your tea, coffee. Then refresh and we join back.
All right.
Yeah. With me, you have a lot of break. Don't worry. Otherwise, it's hard to sit 8 hours. Huh?
Yeah.
All right. This process is called document management system. And what we call it? DMS. So this is basically how we are going to manage the document in the SharePoint. So what is the first thing we have? Is called co-authoring. This word is called co-authoring. And the second is called versioning. Now, what this co-authoring feature of SharePoint tell me? By default, every document can be edited by multiple users. And this is a feature, in fact, that can everyone work on a single document. And this is what the co-authoring feature says that. But co-authoring feature also give you a problem. Problem that what will happen if multiple user going to update same document. And more dangerous, same content. If they write something new, that it is still adjustable, right? But what will happen if someone change the same content? So now this exactly create a problem. Let's understand now. I have a user called Bob. I have another user which called Tom. both Bob and Tom, they work on same content. Content is to update the project plan. Now this is my project plan. In this project plan, I have defined the list. So for an example, this particular document is mentioned here, all the steps which need to perform while installation of SharePoint. So first, create VM. Then install Active Directory. Then install SQL. And then install SharePoint. Now, when Tom performed this create VM, he said that he has done that part. So maybe he access this Excel file and say done, or maybe he can say that completed. Now Bob access the same file, but he update a separate content. Now again Tom access the same file and he said that partially completed. By mistake, Bob also access the same document because both Tom and Bob work on this specific part called installing SQL. To create a virtual machine, it's a Tom responsibility. To create Active Directory, it's a Bob responsibility. But to configure SQL, it's a both responsibility. So one say partially completed, maybe Bob access and say some issues. Then Tom again access and say completed. Now it's all confusion. It's all confusion. Which status need to be come as a final one? Partially completed, some issues, or a completed one? Because of the co-authoring, both Bob and Tom are able to modify the document. That is fine. But problem come when both Bob and Tom try to modify the same content. In this case, when both Bob and Tom try to update the same content, and what this content is, it's to install SQL. Now for a project manager, it's a quite confusing. Which status he is going to accept? Partially completed, some issues, or a completed? Because first Tom changed partially updated. At the same time, Bob update some issues. At the same time, Tom updated completed. So it means that same line has changed 3 times. One say partially completed, one say some issues, one say completed. Same line. So which line is going to be a final one? Partially completed, some issues, or a completed? Now this is a problem. So because of this problem of co-authoring, because co-authoring is a very good feature. Using the co-authoring, user can update the document. Multiple user can work on a document, same document. But it is also a problem here that when someone or 2 or more user try to modify a same line item, same content, then which content is going to be finalized? And this is how the co-authoring is going to handle this overall situation by implementing check-in, check-out process. What is going to say? I have a 2 process. when you try to modify the document, you do a checkout. What is the meaning of checkout? Checkout says that document lock for editing by another user. In other words, this document cannot be modified by another user until and unless the person who is modifying the document confirm the document or whatever he want to do, he has completed. So until unless the checkout does not translate into check-in, document is not available for anyone to modify. So when we checked it, it means that other user can also modify document. Now this feature by default is not enabled in a DMS system. DMS system by default feature enabled is co-authoring. If you want to enforce that every user will have to lock the document when they are doing a modification, other have to wait until and unless the first user do not do a checking. This additional configuration in a document management system is going to allow or give me a feature that when Tom is modifying this document and when he is writing partially completed, Bob cannot do the modification at the same time. Bob will have to wait. So Bob needs to wait till Tom finish modification. When I say finish modification, it means that until and unless he say check in. In a hotel, when we say check in, it means that someone entered into the hotel room. And when we say check out, it means that now the room is no longer accessible for the person. So Bob will have to wait till the time Tom not completed his part of modification. And when Bob want an urgent access of this document to modify, while Tom is still modifying the document, he can notify. So when he notify, Bob will get a message in the document console itself that user Bob want to modify this document as well. Then Tom has to do a check-in to let the Bob modify the document. So what this check-in, check-out is going to help, check-in, check-out going to help to protect the document to get modified accidentally. And when the check-in comment happen, only then whatever the modification you make, that modification is going to be visible by another user, right? And then another thing which document management system give us to us is that we can enable a versioning. Versioning which can be a major version and a minor version.